Hello, hello, hello. I just thought I'd pop in, and it's always so awkward, being in front of the camera in this way because I start to get used to it, and then life gets busy, and then I come back again, and then I feel like a robot, once again, and you know anyway. I thought I'd come on quickly to say thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. I'm so surprised with all the new subscribers. Although I suspect where most of you have come from. And for those of you who don't know, I was interviewed by Shelise, who runs a channel called Cult to Consciousness, and it's amazing. It's an amazing channel where she speaks to people who have either left religion or left a cult, and she talks about she interviews them and allows them to tell their own story. So I went on to her channel to talk about my story, of leaving Islam, my relationship with my mother, and me coming to terms with my being gay. So and I loved every single minute of it. So what I'll do is I will add that video into the description box. Now, bear with me, guys. I'm still learning. How to do all this. So I just wanted to come on to say thank you. I also wanted to come on just to let you all know that I will be making more videos, and that I am in the process of making content. So bear with me. If I feel like coming on again, I'll just quickly do this, just to say hello, what's up, and kind of give you guys a little bit of an update or whatever, or just say kind of what's on my mind. Cause that's sort of what I did, minus the actual professional conversations that I did. I don't know why I did that. Minus the actual interviews that I did on my channel. The other ones I just did because I felt like speaking at the time. And so I like doing those kinds of videos, because I just just speak from my heart, and I do it when I'm particularly feeling like I need to say something about whatever it is that's weighing on my heart. And I've one of the kind of life philosophies that I live by is I got to tell my story. I think one of the most empowering things in life is to be able to tell your story unfiltered. You tell the good, the bad, the ugly, every single part of your story, so that no one can use it against you. And there's a reason why for me that's really important to me. And I've talked about this before, but it's basically I come from a culture and a community with which is very honor based. Everything. It's very honor based, and you've got to maintain this level of honor that is really really oppressive. And the way my community sees honor is in like chastity and stuff like that, and so being that I am gay, I and being that I'm not Muslim, I'm an ex-Muslim, and being that I wanted to live my life honestly, I thought to myself, well, because the way my community works is you sort of got to police each other, and I'll get into it like late in another video. Basically, what I didn't want to happen was I didn't want people to use me against me, right? So, for example, if I had gone to like a gay club or a gay party, right, and if someone from the community saw me, I didn't want to be disempowered, so disempowered that I'd be like kind of hiding and ducking and diving from that individual, right? That was number one. I didn't want to be scared of I didn't want to be scared of rumors, right? I just didn't want gossip to really bring me down. So what can you say to a person who's sharing it all? So now, like, what are you gonna say? I had this stupid troll the other day online, and this guy happens to be Muslim, and it was sort of like going back and forth when it comes this about Islam. And so he kind of looked up my Instagram page and was like, oh, because he didn't really want to answer any of my questions that I had for him. And so he goes to me. One of the things he said to me was, "Oh, I don't speak to apostates, and I don't speak to, soft people or whatever who've been beaten by their mother." And I'm like, "Bruh, I wonder what your dirty laundry is. Mine's out there. Mine's out there, and I put it out there for the world to see, so it loses its power." Anyway, so that's why that's was my main motivator. I want to live freely. I want to explore life. I want to come to my own conclusions about life. I want to objectively, to the best of my ability, figure out what is right and what is wrong. And the way I grew up and the philosophy that I was taught, a lot of it to me is wrong. A lot of it to me makes no sense. And a lot of it is really repressive and oppressive. So, in order to figure out what is right and what is wrong objectively, one has to go on a journey to actually figure that out. You have to experience whole life. And you have to experience life and be present to come to the conclusions that are true. Because I do believe in objective truth. I do believe there is an objective truth. Not everything is subjective. And that's something that I'll be going through, talking a lot about in my videos, because I really do think there seems to be a big push for people believing in truth is just like fragmented bits and pieces. It's subjective. It's just based on my perspective and your perspective. And I always think, well, if truth is just purely about perspectives, then who's to say I'm right and you're wrong, and vice versa? Shouldn't there be a medium, a thing that we measure truth against? Otherwise, what's wrong and what's right? So the proponents of subjectivity, they never want to answer that question, right? They never want to reckon with that. So if you're saying everything's purely subjective, then why does what you're saying matter? What's the point of you speaking? Anyway, I've gone to a whole other tangent, but I just want to say thank you, and I really, really appreciate it. And you'll be hearing from me soon. All right, peace out.